What's going on, friends? Rich Discoveries coming at you from a rainy day here in Connecticut. And today we're in Hamden, Connecticut. There's been a local or a recent influx on quarries and stuff on YouTube channels all across the board. Local ones, even all across the country. They've been doing them, so I figured I'll do one that's local to me. So here we are, like I said, in Hamden, Connecticut. We're at Sleeping Giant State Park. It is raining. I'm going to do my best to film this today. Oh, it looks like the rain's letting off a little bit. I'm going to do my best to film this and not get the lens wet. If it happens, I'll try to dry it off, and if it doesn't work out, then you won't see this. But I'm going to show you around a little bit. I don't know the complete history on it, but I have a good idea, because like I said, I grew up around here. It's local to me. I know kind of the history on it, so I'll go over that and show you guys around. But right now, we are down in the arches, but we will get back to these in just a moment. Let's take a look around the whole place here. Hold on a minute. There's a good look at it from a distance, at least part of where the buildings were. Like I said, I don't know the exact history, but I got a basic idea of it, so I'll go over it while I'm showing you this stuff. Obviously, you can see there was buildings and equipment here. But this mountain that you see in the background there, it's part of the Metacomet Trail, and in the 1800s, there was cottages up top. It was private land, people bought land, had cottages up top. And then one of the cottage owners in the late 1800s apparently either sold or leased land to a quarry owner or somebody that wanted to start a quarry. And they just started mining here, started chipping away at the mountain. And then I would say by early 1920s, mid 1920s, the residents started to notice their beautiful mountain disappearing. They got upset, obviously. Oh, sorry, going over here. And then from there, they formed the Sleeping Giant Park Association and started trying to fight it because they didn't want to lose their mountain. I'll keep going over the rest as I'm showing stuff. You can see some. It's an old railroad track, isn't it? Look at that. I wonder if that was a support for a building or something. Definitely looks like an old railroad track, though, doesn't it? Kind of small, though. But so, like I said, 1924-ish, once they started trying to combat the quarrying and trying to save their mountain. Took about 10 years, and eventually they were able to get it stopped. I think early 1930s, early to mid 1930s, they were able to get it stopped. Oh, somebody texted me, and now I can't pause this. We'll just keep going. These old steps here. I don't know if this was inside or outside. And I'm sorry if this is unsturdy because I'm trying to hold my hand over the lens to not get it wet. Let's go up these stairs. Oh. So all this stuff I would say is probably late 1800s, early 1900s when all this stuff was built. But by 1933, I believe it was all shut down. They bought the land out and turned it into a state park. Like I said, that is not the exact history, but it is a gist of pretty much everything that happened here. Go over there in a minute. Looking back down at the old concrete here, the old steps we just came up. These old rocks from the area that they built it with. But it was in the trap rock craze when basically this whole mountain section, the Metacomet Trail or Metacomet, whatever they want to call it, was being mined all over this state and wherever else it goes for trap rock. But the people fought for this one. They wanted to save this mountain. All that old concrete. You see the strips in it when they laid the concrete? That is how very old concrete looks. Again, I'm sorry about the rain. It is pouring out here. All this stuff. Look at all these old bolts coming out of the concrete, huh? Isn't that cool? I'm going to try to do this video the best I can. If it doesn't come out good, I'll obviously come back and redo it. Also, I found a couple of these little pillars right here out to my right. I don't know what they were or what they were for, whether it was other buildings over there and just stuff is gone, but I was looking at some really big trees and yeah, saw that. You can see there used to be some type of pit or something over here. Look at this area, huh? It's just beautiful. God only knows what these buildings look like. I can't seem to find any history or pictures on them, rather. Find a history, but no pictures of what it used to look like. Big steel coming out of that rock. Hopefully you guys can still see it okay, and I didn't get the lens wet yet. Look at this one. It's got a washer and a nut on it. You can see just how big this thing is compared to my hand. These are large. But it's definitely very old, very beautiful. We used to come out here as kids all the time and just hang out. Maybe have a couple of beers when we were younger. We used to come up here and light fires, but long time ago, when I was a young man. Those old arches for the equipment that used to be here. You see, these are very popular in quarries, especially around here. These arches, you see them everywhere in old quarries. All right, we're gonna head up to that section next, and then the quarry is just above it, the actual quarry itself where they were mining. Oh, and then way up there you can barely see it, but that is an old dynamite storage shed. Now this stuff over here looks a little older. Probably part of the original equipment. But again, I really don't know. Looks like there was a chute there, and also some type of chute or opening that used to go down there, but it's all filled in now. Let's go up top. There we go. Now we're up top. Let me tell you, it is cold and damp out today. My fingers are freezing with all that old leftover remnants. The stairs we were doing are right over there. You can barely see them. But right now we're just kind of up here looking down at the remnants, the relics, whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool. I'm actually standing on the crumbled remains of something. You see there's this behind me here, big bar sticking out, probably some type of reinforcement, I would assume. So let's go look at some more. Around the back side of this, you can see they built all basically stone wall supporting the back wall of the quarry here, or the back wall of this section rather. Pretty cool. Found this little guy. It's sticking out of the concrete. Pretty neat. Very old. That was laid here by men many years ago, building stuff to support their families, you know, 100 plus years ago. Really cool. Look at this. Is that cool or what? It's inside that old retaining wall I showed you. Really cool. Very old rock, laid a long time ago, and then they built a little wall here. This must have been an access way at one point. Alright, and here we are up top of that retaining wall you just saw. Come out to the edge here, give you a good look at everything. Hopefully it's going to stay. Now I don't know what that little either hallway or chute was. Now it's a chute. It's sloped as it comes from here. It's sloped down, so some type of chute. But there's a good look from way up top of the whole area, or what's left of it. Very beautiful, very old, very historic. I love this stuff, and it is my pleasure to bring it to you guys that also love it. Alright, now we're coming up on that building I showed you from down below, which I don't know for sure what it was, but I believe it to be an old, probably an office or a dynamite storage area. Then again, this has windows, so this might have been an office. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think dynamite storage sheds were just completely closed, no windows. Yeah, it looks like it had two garage doors here, so this was probably a garage or an office. Look at that, huh? Look at the roof. Oh, it's got all, made out of like tiles that they made it out of. That is really cool. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Then again, I haven't been here in years either. It's much warmer and drier in here. Very nice. So yeah, this might have been a garage. This isn't a dynamite storage shed because it's all open. I think there's a dynamite storage shed, yeah, right next to us. We'll go take a look at that in a minute. I knew there was one up here somewhere. Oops, sorry for the shakiness, I'm stumbling. Probably was for heat or something. Probably was a heater here at one time. But these to me look like old garage doors. I don't know that for sure, but purely speculation. Some old metal coming out of there, huh? Really cool. Just the fact that this has been here for probably 100, maybe more years. And then again, like I said, they started in 1924 to try to shut it down, so who knows when this was built. They started 18 something, late 1800s. You can't really see that, it's dark. There's some metal still bolted to the wall. All these years later. The roof's leaking. I have to call that in. I have to report that. Your roof is leaking. What is this? This is more metal coming out of the ceiling. There must have been something here, obviously. Really cool. And then there is a loop also in the ceiling. There was something right there at one point. You can barely see it, but it's right there. So, yeah, very cool, very beautiful, very historic, very odd window setup here. And then all that metal I just showed you, I don't know what this stuff is, but it's all bent and twisted together now. I'm sure people have done that. Now let's go and check out what I believe is the Dynamite storage shed. Real quick, look at this. There's more of that. What looks like railroad track. You know what? I bet you that is Quarry railroad track because it's smaller. Yeah, that's what they built it out of. Obviously not for a train, but because this is fairly small, but it is a train track. So I bet you when they use like those mining carts, that's probably what they built all these headers out of. Really cool. All right, now we're getting places. This is all metal up in here too, huh? Wow, pretty cool. Here's another look at that track. Yeah, that's got to be for like mining carts. Really cool. All right, so that's what they built it out of. Very cool. And then this is what I was saying that I believe is an old Dynamite storage shed. Yeah, it's got a big metal framing on the door for like blast doors. Big crack in the roof because it's ancient. Wow, look at that. Yeah, see that metal framing? This is the only building that has metal framing around the doors like that. Those were probably blast doors at one time. Again, it's all speculation. If I am wrong or if you know better than me, please tell me in the comments. Because I would rather know the actual history than just guessing. And I'm sure our viewers would want to know too. Echo! Woo! Oh wow, look at that. There's actually some twisted metal rebar in there. Going all the way up. Pretty neat. Now don't mind me guys, I am sick. I started getting sick a little while ago, like 2 days ago, and I felt horrible this morning, but I got out of work today, half day. I feel better. I hope you can see me. I feel a little better, just my voice is still kind of so please bear with that. And this probably isn't helping me. But the explorers must go on. You know what I'm saying? Exploration and history does not sleep or take breaks. And neither does the demolition of this stuff, which we've learned the other day. Let's go back to the other building and figure out if we're going to wrap this up or what we're going to do. Here's a quick look at that. And what I would assume was the office. I don't know. Some type of garage or building of sorts. Here's looking out this building down at the remnants of what used to be the quarry. There's all the arches over there. Also, what were those arches used for, if anybody knows? I see those in a lot of quarries around here. I wonder what they were for. There must have been machinery on top of them. I don't think it was a complete building. I'm pretty sure that that was the building. Or not a building, but at least chutes and whatnot. I think that was some type of machinery, because I always see them. Alright, and here is where the actual quarry work was done. I'm going to try to angle the phone up here, the camera up. This is really high. And you can see the, let me try to cover up my hand. You can see all the fog up there because it's raining. But they took a huge chunk out of this. That was where they were mining, coring. Now, if you look at the ground, over here is where the mountain used to be. So all this grass that you see right here, this was all mountain at one time because it goes right to there. It's like in a big U shape. So where this is all grass with no trees and stuff, we're standing on what used to be mountain. And that is all that is left. I mean, there's still a lot of the mountain left, but this section, that is all that is left. And this is why the townspeople got concerned, because they were losing their mountain, you know. It's a beautiful area, a beautiful section of town, and it was going quick. But we are standing where there used to be a mountain. There's trees growing now and stuff. But it's not going to grow too well here because this is all solid rock underneath me, not ground, not dirt. And then here's where the equipment was. Let's go back down to this and we'll wrap it up. I just found this stuff right here as I was walking down the trail. Whatever this big thing is. But it is quite sizable, as you can see, compared to my hand. There's more of that mining track. And I bent it to build something. Really cool, though. A lot of history. All right, we're going to head back down this and check it out. There's that wall I was telling you about that was built very long ago. Old piece of metal, maybe an old barrel lid of sorts. Who knows? But it's buried under rocks. It ain't coming out to look at. All right, back to the stairs. I'll take you with me down these. Maybe. And they get bigger right here. And they're covered in leaves, wet leaves. So we got to be very, very careful on those. All right, and then here's the base of whatever this was. The metal things on the side here. Pretty cool. There's the stairs again that we just took. Let's go look at one last thing, and then we will wrap this up. What a beautiful area. So I was talking about before, I found a couple of these concrete pillars out in the woods, you know, kind of far away from everything else. There's more concrete in the woods here. Another pillar. I was over here because look at these trees. How unfortunate. I was saying earlier we had that big tornado that hit early last year and really destroyed a lot of these parks. Took down all the old trees. And most of them are gone and cleaned up now, but this is just one of them, and what a shame. I mean, this stuff is huge. You know, it's probably hard to tell in a picture, but this is quite a bit of old trees here. What a shame. Here's me standing on one to kind of give you an idea. But they were all rotted anyways, but it split all different directions. Look at that, just massive. There's some kind of erosion over there as well, but what a shame. Let's go back up to what's left of the quarry here and wrap this up. There's another section here right next to the quarry equipment that they blasted out to make room for. Now this wall here looks a lot older than that wall. I don't know why or what the deal is. It's like it's blurry. I hope I didn't get my lens wet. But it looks a lot older, so I don't know what the deal with that was. But they opened it for all of, we're right here by this stuff again. Really cool, really beautiful, just really old. I love this stuff. So I think this is where we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. This is pretty much going to be your moment of serenity here. Just looking at this stuff. You can see there's still metal coming through all these. Here, they all. I don't know if they connected, or if anybody knows what these were for, please let me know, because I see them in a lot of quarries and I never exactly knew how or what they were used for. I said I would assume equipment. But that's your moment of serenity. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want. If not, just check back periodically. We are popping a few videos on, sometimes a couple a week, sometimes one a week, kind of slowing down a little with the winter, but we're out and about making videos and trying to connect all of you with our history, with all this beautiful old stuff. So I'm going to move over a little bit because I'm getting poured on by this tree. And you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.